Good day. My topic today is about challenges and abilities to face education in the new normal era. My name is Dr. Lily Nurlaili, former Education and Culture Attaché at Indonesian Embassy in Manila. New normal, this doesn't mean that students are prepared to go back to school, but rather help prepare students to adapt to the learning situation amid the COVID-19 outbreak. Principal, parents, and students need to discuss together to evaluate the implementation of learning from home, mainly to determine what things to proceed and what to change. The essence of learning actually provides challenges and experiences to children only if the burden of the task is only to re-record textbook or solve question. Then students only learn at a low level. They only learn to memorize or repeat the idea in the book. Now, many teachers are getting used to using various applications for learning, such as Google Classroom, Edmodo, Quizzes, Zoom, Webex, or the like. The most important thing about distance learning is not just the use technology. Do not let the use of technology only replace the place where the teacher lecture from the classroom move through virtual technology. Many elements are more important in preparing for the learning process even over a distance. What is especially important is the effort to provide learning experiences that encourage students to experience more, do or observe, interact, communicate, and provide feedback in constructing knowledge so that students can learn meaningfully. Meaningful learning cites Ausubel's 1963 theory, meaning that learning material is associated with the cognitive structures that students already have. In learning, students get material that are useful for their daily life. It is important to communicate about this changing situation with the child. Teachers and parents need to hear the voice of the child. Ask them what made them excited about studying, what is useful and can be developed in the changing learning process. The voice of the child can be part of the design for the renewal of the lesson plan formulation design by the teacher. It is students who become the estuary of successful learning. Therefore, it is important for teachers to involve students in preparing for the next lesson. Teachers and parents also need to create awareness and understanding of the meaning and implication of learning during a pandemic for children. Introduce new realities that occur in everyday conversation with children. They must be aware of the danger and risk of transmission of the virus, so as to make students more alert. They must be aware of the danger and risk of transmission of the virus, so as to make students more alert. Prevention protocol must also be part of the daily habits of students. Start regularly washing your hand with soap for at least 20 seconds, using a mask to keep your distance. The Ministry of Education and Culture in Indonesia has confirmed that the reopening of school will be decided based on the consideration of the task force for the acceleration of handling COVID-19. In principle, the safety and health of children must be the top priority. The only needs to be ensured that teachers, parents, and students must implement the virus transmission prevention protocol. In addition, the number of students per per class is also limited. A maximum of 10 students in one class. Face-to-face hours are also more about quality meetings that are not more than 2 until 3 hours per day, and not necessarily every day. The school makes student studies safe in classrooms that are arranged in a schedule. Students who use public transportation still have to study from home. In principle, all activities that have the potential for virus transmission must be limited. Students who cannot access online learning need help. Can school lend facilities such as smart devices or tablets and provide internet access for students? School budget need to be rearranged so that all students can access learning with all their limitations. Teachers who are not accustomed to using technology must be facilitated so that they can use it for learning. What is also more important, help teachers to be able to provide meaningful quality learning for their students in the new learning norm. There are several important aspects that need to be considered in defining the new normal in learning during pandemic. First, active family participation. When learning takes place at home, family members must be involved as learning facilitators. Shifting learning spaces on one thing that is substantial in the learning process is not in the school, building, or the classroom. Individual and different learning, individual and different means teaching each student must be done uniquely. Learning objective may remain the same for a group of students, but individual students may differ. 4. From exam to formative assessment. Learning evaluation should be used to monitor student progress, not to determine whether a student is capable or unable. Formative assessments such as demonstration, science project, solving math problems, or creating social project report are more appropriate for measuring student learning progress. These 4 aspects can be considered to help students enter the new normal era of learning. Sometimes online learning is boring, therefore requires new methods of course design, interaction among course participants, instructor preparation and support. This is, for example, lecture notes, overview video, session video, online quiz, augmented reality, and online exam. In order to face the new normal, there are several things that need to be observed as revealed by UNESCO. Rethinking education review the education objective and the organization of the learning process. Learning about the environment, justice, and social equality global society. Strengthening and learn to be pillar and learn to live together in one the same planet in cultural literacy. Consider the cyber world, advances in neuroscience and digital technology. Learning to learn and competency development. Transformation of teaching method. Mobile learning, enrolls teacher, validation, recognition of higher education qualification. That is mentioned Convention 2019. Mastery of transferable skill, 21st century skill for the world of work which is changing fast. Education from public goods to common goods, especially for higher education. Students must have macro and micro skill, especially for the new normal. First is lifelong learning, curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking. Self-agency, initiative, motivation, responsibility. Interactively, using diverse tools and resources. Interacting with other team, negotiation, collaboration. Interacting in and with the world, transdisciplinarity, STEM, humanity, social science, multiliterateness, reading and writing, numeracy, digital. That is competency for 21st century. Religion and spiritual literacy and several competencies is about human literacy, life and career skill, technology literacy, and then data literacy, technology, and then learning and learning skills. A new era of digital industrialization. Threat. First, globally digitalization will eliminate a lot of job disruption. Second, it is estimated that in the future, 65% of primary school students in the world today will work in jobs that have never existed before. Opportunities. The era digitalization has the potential to provide an increasing number of new jobs and new ways of living. The challenge of education in the new normal era and beyond is to face the competition of world civilization. It is necessary to revitalize education, training, empowerment that is sustainable and equitable and complementary through formal education at school, non-formal education outside school or community, informal education in the family. When school open this year, some imbalance will be visible. Inequality of ability among students increases. Potential for dropping out of school, teachers' workload increases. Parents will find it difficult to help students catch up in school. UNESCO, which has issued document entitled Plan for School Reopening. The document describes three main elements that must be considered in preparation for reopening school, namely finance, infrastructure, and human resources. The role of the Ministry of Education and Culture and Research during pandemic and beyond. First, upgrade equal distribution of services, equality education, upgrade productivity and power competitiveness. Third, mental revolution and ideological formation Pancasila for strengthen cultural resilience nation and form the mentality of the nation advance modern and character. Improve progress and preservation culture for strengthen character and reinforce state self of the nation. Upgrade people's welfare and influence direction development world civilization. Increase literacy, innovation, and creativity. Three policies for higher education in the new normal. First, regarding the implementation of the new academic year, there was no delay. The second policy is related to the implementation of learning process on campus. During the adaptation period to a new life order, the learning process on campus prioritized using online learning for the theoretical courses. Third, also encourages higher education leaders to allow the implementation of priority activities if they meet health protocols and their activities cannot be carried out online. These activities include research in the laboratory or for the fulfillment of student final assignment, such as thesis and dissertation. Regarding the use of laboratories, workshops, and studio for research activities, campuses can implement preventive protocol by avoiding 3C, including closed spaces, crowded spaces, and close contact situation. Okay, I think that's enough. Terima kasih. Thank you. Maraming salamat.